ukuleles. Hello. Let me tell you what I've been doing today. I went through all those lecture notes from computational neuroscience, which is one of the units that I'm doing in Bristol, and where I also have an exam on Wednesday, which is the day after I come back to Bristol. Yeah, I planned that perfectly. So yeah, I decided I should study a little bit at least, because then on Thursday I also have another exam, the advanced algorithms one. Yeah, anyway, let's stay with neuroscience. So, I just went through these, just read through it. I didn't really understand everything, but I just tried to get it in my head. And then I had a break of like 2 hours or so and played some guitar. And then I came back here to my computer, which is currently making a backup, which takes 16 hours. Not anymore, only 12 more hours. Yay. Yeah, you saw correctly, it's not actually a backup, it's basically just getting the data from this hard drive to this hard drive, because it's the bigger one which stays here, this is the small one which comes back to Bristol with me. So I basically just have more space on this one. But I made the backup in Graz, so yeah, I have a backup. And also I have another backup of all those files back in Bristol, so I'm fine. Anyway, back to neuroscience. So I came here to my computer and made the practice exam, because there is a practice exam, because the exam will be a multiple choice test, and we will do that in some kind of computer room. And so to check if our access works and stuff, we were offered a practice exam. And I just did that, and the result is 55 of 80, which is 69%. That's more than I need. Yeah, 69%. If I manage to do a 69 in the actual exam, I'm happy. Like that's fine. That's okay. That's good. But yeah, I might not, because some of the questions are just, they're asked so weirdly that even if I knew the answer, or if I knew what was going on, I can't pick the correct answer from the answers provided, because I just can't make sense of it. One example was, there was the question, the voltage is like minus 50 millivolts, and the question is, will the potential increase or decrease? Now I know that the potential will go from minus 50 to like minus 70, but the question is that a potential increase or a potential decrease? Because like in my head, it's a potential increase, because like compared to 0 it's gonna be more, like, because somehow in my head potential is always positive. It's always just the difference between the two things. But then maybe it's the absolute thing, and if it gets from minus 50 to minus 70, the potential decreases. Anyway, those are the things, the confusing things. Oh, look at that! I have unlimited attempts remaining. Let's try it again, because it's so much fun. Maybe I find another question which was interesting. This one is a great example why multiple choice tests are awesome. Look at that. The question is, the brain areas. Select the correct statement. Okay, so basically the setup of the question is always sort of as a routing center, deals with memories and deals with fear. And then they switch through hippocampus, thalamus, and amygdala. Okay? So, now if you just analyze you don't need to understand anything of neuroscience. And that's, by the way, how I answered this question. I did not really think about it. I mean, all I know was that the hippocampus deals with memories. And then the next thing I found out is hippocampus. So in this row, there is twice hippocampus, and I know that hippocampus deals with memories. Now, if we look here, amygdala is twice. Oh, well, then amygdala might deal with fear. And here, oh, thalamus is twice here. Well, then it might be the rooting center. And so, of course, I selected this as my answer. Which, by the way, was correct. And so, that's why multiple choice tests are not easy, because the professor, whoever sets up the multiple choice test, can, of course, on purpose put in these things. But here in that case, it's just from the setup of the question, I can answer it without even knowing what's going on. Yeah. And those are 4 points. Yay. Right. Okay. That was my rant about the multiple choice test of computational neuroscience, which will be in a few days. Yay. Okay. So I think I've studied enough. I mean, like 2 hours today and like 3 hours. No. The bus journey was only 2 hours, so there's a maximum of 2 hours. So I think only 1 hour in the bus. So overall I studied 3 hours for this exam, and that should be fine for a 10 credit unit, right? Right, I do think so, and I don't think I will fail the exam. I mean, I'm now confident because I got a 69% on this test. So yeah, it's chill. I might read through all of those things again on the day before the exam or on the day of the exam, because why not? Short-term memory. Where is short-term memory stored? I have no idea, but I think it's standing in there. Yeah, probably hippocampus, because that one deals with memory. And then a long-term memory, that's somewhere else. Long-term memory is not in the hippocampus. But yeah, you see, I have absolutely no idea, but I still managed to pass the test. Right. Okay, enough. See you tomorrow. Make a backup. Make your hard drives blink like that.